Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. As you know, I like to end the evening on a high with something amusing, something that will please us. And I think this counts. We've had the spending review. What a load of old rubbish. What a load of old tosh. Woman doesn't know what she's talking about and she's just made things worse. Not my words, of course. I mean, I agree with all of them. No, unite. The Unite Union. Its largest donor, the largest donor that the Labour Party have. So you'd think keeping on with them would be a good thing, but no, not Rachel. No, she's going to annoy them. They've attacked Rachel Reeves' spending review, and this is despite Rachel Reeves trying to talk up cooperation between government and unions. Oh yes, we're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And the unions are saying it's shit. General Secretary Sharon Graham, the woman who owns 53 houses. I exaggerate. It's 5 houses and a tract of land. Even though she keeps moaning about people owning more than one house are terrible people. But only terrible people if they're not called Sharon Graham, apparently. Anyway, through the hypocrisy, you move the hypocrisy out of the way, and she said these words. She said, instead of the presentation of false trade-offs, defence but not international aid, cuts to disability benefits but no tax on the super rich, Labour needs to set out a clear vision that people can see and feel, and then they need to finance it. Today, she said, was a missed opportunity to lay out the funding to tackle key issues, including the energy costs that are crippling British industry and the local authority debt, which is straitjacketing services in our communities. Spending cuts will be seen as an austerity measure, and those are the facts. Labour needs to pick up the pace on change, otherwise it'll be stuck in the political slow lane while other voices get louder. Too late for that. Other voices have got louder, which is why, at the moment, Reform are going to win the next election. Now, she did go on. She did actually praise, and I must admit, so did I. She did praise the spending on Sizewell C. She praised the winter fuel U-turn, although ironically that should never have happened in the first place, and the steel industry investment. But again, the steel industry investment came as a result of Nigel Farage saying it, and they're copying his homework. They realise they haven't got any ideas of their own, so they're stealing reforms and passing it off as their own. But nobody's stupid enough to think that it's their idea. They haven't got any. They haven't got capable, they're thick. But anyway, she said, spending review lacks the vision to deliver fundamental change needed for everyday people. Basically what she means is it isn't going to help her much buy her 6th property, but there we go. Unite handed Labour £414,000, a significantly larger sum than the second largest, £347,000, provided by Unison. All of which will probably be gone very quick. Between them, that was £800,000. Not quite, but they've probably spent it gambling. Beer, fags, gambling, cards, because that's what they do. They haven't invested it. And then they'll be broke again, and they'll have to go, all the other unions, and all the other unions are saying, nah. Do you know that union membership number is shrinking? Because the jobs are going. First thing people do when they lose their job is cut all unnecessary money, and spending on your union dues is one of them. With nearly 200,000 jobs gone since Labour took over, that's a lot of people leaving union. Not saying all of them were in the union, but a lot of them were. There's about 50,000 fewer union members since Labour have come to power. And it's going to continue, isn't it? And so as those unions shrink in members numbers, less money for Labour. Then along comes a big election in 3.5 years' time, and Labour won't have any money to do anything. But that's fine, because nobody's going to vote for them anyway. It's fantastic. There we go. Sharon Graham telling everybody what they already know, that this spending review is a bag of shite. Still, she can console herself that her properties are still worth quite a lot of money. She's not going to know poverty in her old age. Thanks a lot. Bye.